If I asked you where you are right now, you might say, in my room, and I'd say, go touch grass. But you're also here, at this moment. In fact, you're always here, but we don't know exactly where here is, because here is always changing. You move through here at a constant speed of 1 second per second. You are traveling through time. So maybe you're not just a 3D being. Maybe, just maybe, you've been 4-dimensional the whole time. This could be such a weird video. Let's climb a ladder. At the bottom, we start with 0 dimensions, a point, no width, no height, no depth. Add 1 dimension, now we have a line connecting 2 points. That's 1D. Stack lines side by side, you get a plane, or 2D. Stack planes, you get 3D, your world of length, width, and height. Now, what happens when you stack 3D worlds? We get the 4th dimension. But wait, what direction is that? You can hopefully point up, down, left, right, front, and back. That's 3. There's no obvious 4th direction to point to. Maybe diagonally. No, you must be missing something. Einstein proposed that space and time aren't separate. They're woven together into something called spacetime, a 4-dimensional fabric. In this view, you're not moving through space or time, you're moving through space-time. Your height, width, and depth describe where you are, but you are like a long worm stretched across the timeline of the universe. Right now, you're only aware of the one slice of worm that is you, that exists right this second, but your entire life is technically already there, laid out in the 4th dimension. Imagine a 2D creature living in a nice flat sheet of paper. It knows left and right, up and down, but front and back? That's impossible. Now you, a 3D being, can look down at it. You can see its insides, inside its world, its secrets. You can even create 2D stuff, and they can exist in a 3D space, furthering the idea that 4D existence is hypothetically possible. Now imagine a 4D being looking at you. They would see your entire world and all your insides and secrets. A 4D being to us would look like a space-time sculpture, a shimmering, winding, abstract, impossible shape through the 4th dimension. And they'd see you as a dynamic creature, born, aging, and dying with all your insides showing to them all at once. They could move sideways in time like you move sideways in space. You would just be to them. Now, you might be thinking, could you ever exist in that 4th dimension? Well, you kinda already do. We exist in 4 dimensions, we just perceive only 3 spatial ones. You're locked into moving 1 second per second through time, unless of course, you find a way to rotate. Mathematically, you can rotate into another dimension. A 2D square rotated out of its plane becomes a cube. So what if a 3D cube rotated out of your space? That's called a tesseract, the 4th dimensional version of a cube. If you could somehow rotate through time the way a cube rotates through space, you could potentially see every version of yourselves at once. The concept isn't totally science fiction either. Okay, maybe it is. But theoretical physics sometimes describes higher dimensional spaces in string theory and M theory. But your brain's evolved for throwing spheres and shoving tons of beer down your livers, and your brains are guessing what the true shape of reality might be. So what's your mind doing right now? It's jumping in memory. You can travel backwards in your mind to when you were 7, or imagine your 90-year-old self. Your brain simulates versions of you across time. In a strange way, consciousness might be the 4th direction. Every moment of your life is a coordinate in space-time. So how do you become 4-dimensional? You can't just download an app called Extra Dimension Pro Max and expect to start walking through walls. Although I would love to see that DLC. Creators of game, please make sure that's in the next update. To be 4D isn't just about teleporting or turning into a glowing hypercube, though it is an awesome visual. It's about thinking, seeing, and acting as if time is something you shape. A 2D creature doesn't realize it's flat because it's never experienced height. You 3D creatures are also trapped in some kind of flatness. You see time as a line, past, behind, future, ahead. So to be a 4D mind, all you have to do is exist outside the reality of time and become a god. Or you can treat your past self with compassion and forgive yourself. Treat your future self like someone you're responsible for. Whenever you choose kindness, you are in some way sculpting the 4D you. Somewhere in forgotten space-time, the younger you is watching cartoons. The older you is taking a walk. Next time you wonder where you are, remember you're not just here. You're everywhere you've ever been and everywhere you ever will be. Because you exist in the fourth dimension.